Welcome to Emily Educational Academy online coaching. This is Dr. Moses. I am an educational psychologist. I have trained many students for CTET, Teacher Eligibility Test and Teachers Recruitment Test. I have produced more than 20,000 teachers across country from Emily Educational Academy Hyderabad platform. Download our app Emily Academy from Play Store. For more professional videos, subscribe Dr. Moses Emily YouTube channel and press bell icon. So be a good teacher, have the bright future. I wish you all the best. Next important topic in child development and pedagogy: individual differences. There are 5 fingers. These 5 fingers are unique with regarding to length, size and height. In classroom, as a teacher, we have to interact with 30 to 40 students. One brain has to deal with 30 to 40 brains. You have to understand the uniqueness of each child. Democratically, we are all equal, but in terms of psychological, physical aspects, we are unequal. 2 clocks never shows same time. The concept of individual differences was studied by Sir Francis Galton. In psychology, differential psychology deals with individual differences. When compared with animals, human beings have more individual differences. If you observe 10 dogs, they exhibit same behavior. If you observe 10 tigers, they exhibit same behavior. If you observe 10 cats, they show the same characteristics. But whereas if you observe 2 individuals in the classroom, 2 persons in the family, they show different characteristics. Sir Francis Galton published a book, An Inquiry into Human Faculty and its Development. An Inquiry into Human Faculty and its Development. This book is the first publication on individual differences. Individual differences can be classified into 2 types. 2 important points: intra-individual differences, inter-individual differences. Intra-individual differences means differences that exist within the individual. Inter-individual differences means differences or variations that exist in between 2 persons or among the students. Try to understand these 2 terms. Intra means within, inter means among or between. So intra-individual differences, differences within the individual with related to 2 abilities or 2 characteristics or 2 traits. For example, Sachin is excel in cricket but he is poor in academics. Ramanujan excel in mathematics but he gets low marks in English. Vijay good at sports but he is poor in physics. Amit is good at social relations but he is poor in memory power. John is good at management but he is poor in medical aspects. Sometimes in our personality we notice different variations. Some students, they are good at language but they are poor in mathematics. Vishal get good marks in mathematics, he gets low marks in language. Vijay good at drawing but he is poor in biology. Ajay is good in singing but he is very poor in playing football match. Rahim is physically strong but emotionally weak. Salim mentally strong but physically weak. All these examples are related to intra-individual differences. Sometimes a question lies like this: a student has 140 IQ but he is poor in creativity. This difference is related to. So the answer is intra-individual difference. Reena good at writing but she is poor in communication skills. It denotes option number 1, intra-individual differences. Option number 2, inter-individual differences. Option number 3, intra and inter. Option number 4, inter and intra. Very simple. The answer is intra-individual differences. In simple terms, variations within oneself or differences that exist within the individual is called intra-individual differences. And what is the meaning of inter-individual differences? In your classroom, there may be 30 students. Differences or variations that exist among the students is called inter-individual differences. Variations that exist among the students related to one ability or trait is called inter-individual differences. As a teacher, if you scold students as idiots, A student may kept quiet, B student may cry, C student may smile. So these are the individual differences with regarding to emotions. You can take any dimension of development, you find so many differences in your class. For example, cognitive development. In your class, there may be idiots, imbeciles, morons, dullards, average, superior, very superior and gifted with regarding to intelligence. So it is called inter-individual differences. So with regard to moral development, if you conduct a test to the students, you may find different students. Some students may be related to pre-conventional, some students may be related to conventional level morality, some students may be related to conventional level morality, and some students may be related to post-conventional morality. If you conduct an achievement test in the process of formative and summative evaluation, students get different marks. It indicates inter-individual differences. I will give some more examples. Bharat good at dance, Bobby good at martial arts. These differences are related to inter-individual differences. Preeti likes painting, Pinky likes gardening. So what type of difference it is? It is inter-individual differences. Reena likes philosophy, but Rita likes psychology. It is also an example of inter-individual differences. Virat excel in cricket, Ronaldo excel in football. Ajay excel in mathematics, Vijay excel in language. All these examples are related to inter-individual differences. In simple words, inter-individual differences means differences that exist between the students or among the students with related to their sensation, perception, thinking, reasoning, intelligence, creativity and their attitudes, aptitude, interest and their physique, height, weight, achievement. So you can take any trait, you find inter-individual differences. So as a would-be teacher, when you are interacting with the students, you have to understand each child is unique with regarding to different abilities, so that you may not compare the students with others. If you want to compare the students or your children, try to compare their past marks with the present marks rather than their personal marks with other marks. And what are the causes of individual differences? So far we have discussed two types of individual differences, intra-individual differences and inter-individual differences. Causes for individual differences, the first one is heredity. Heredity means characteristics inherited from parents, grandparents and great-grandparents. Second one, environment. You know the concept of environment. All the factors that affect the individual except genes is called environment, which includes physical environment, cultural environment, school environment, social environment, prenatal and postnatal environment. So environment is also one of the cause for individual differences. Next one is socio-economic status. So we see different types of socio-economic status in school: very rich, above middle class, below middle class, poor and very poor. It is also one of the factors that contribute individual differences. Next one, race. Most of the East Asian country people are short. In our country, northeast people are very short because of the race. There was a theory, God gift theory. Most of the inventions are invented by Jews. Jews means people of Israel. So there was a theory, God gift theory. Race is also one of the factors that contribute individual differences. And gender, girls excel in language, boys excel in mathematics because of their gender. So these are the important factors that contribute individual differences. And what are the educational implications of individual differences? So when you are interacting with the students, don't depend upon teacher-centered methods. You can adapt child-centered methods like project method, playway method, heuristic method, laboratory method, discussion method. And you have to vary teaching learning methods, and you have to provide different types of learning experiences like co-curricular activities, physical activities which includes sports, games, mass drill, NSS, NCC, literary activities like seminar, debate, symposium, story writing, essay writing, cultural activities like drama, music, singing, fancy dress show, craft activities like weaving, knitting, toy making, clay modeling, SUPW, field activities like field trips, educational tours. If you provide a wide range of experiences, you can cater the individual differences in the school. As a teacher, we face some problems in organization of classroom experiences. In general, in classroom, we see three types of students: gifted student, average student, and below average students. When teaching is going on, you have to concentrate on average students, because gifted and backward, these two extreme cases are very few in class and school. For gifted, you can organize enrichment programs. For backward students, you can organize remedial classes. So in general class, as a would-be teacher, you have to concentrate on average students. If you organize small classes rather than overcrowded classes, you can manage individual differences. In individual differences, you should remember two important concepts: intra-individual differences and inter-individual differences. Let us discuss previous questions on this topic. Schools should cater to individual differences to: option 1, make individual students feel exclusive; option 2, narrow the gap between individual students; option 3, even out abilities and performance of students; option 4, understand why students are able or unable to learn; option 1, make individual students feel exclusive. Next question: individual learners differ from each other in: option 1, rate of development; option 2, sequence of development; option 3, general capacity for development; option 4, principles of growth and development. Here the answer is 1, rate of development. Next question, it was given in seated examination. Every learner is unique means that: option 1, learners do not have any common qualities, nor do they share common goals; option 2, a common curriculum for all learners is not possible; option 3, it is impossible to develop the potential of learners in a heterogeneous class; option 4, no two learners are alike in their abilities, interest and talents. Very simple. Every learner is unique means no two learners are alike in their abilities, interest and talents. So answer is 4. Teachers should study the errors of their students, as they often indicate the: option 1, pathways for ability grouping; need for differentiated curriculum; option 3, extent of their knowledge; option 4, remedial strategies needed. Answer is 4, remedial strategies needed. Next question. There are vast differences among the students. Of these, a teacher needs to be sensitive to 1. Differences based on cognitive capabilities and learning levels. 2. Differences based on diversity of language, caste, gender, religion, community. Select the correct answer using the quotes given below. Option 1, only 2. Option 2, both 1 and 2. Option 3, neither 1 nor 2. Option 4, only 1. So try to understand differences based on cognitive capabilities and learning levels. 2. Differences based on diversity of language, caste, gender, religion, community. There are vast differences among the students with related to these two. So answer is both 1 and 2. Individual attention is important in the teaching learning process because option 1, children develop at different rates and learn differently. Option 2, learners always learn better in groups. Option 3, teacher training programs prescribe it. Option 4, it offers better opportunities to teachers to discipline each learner. So the answer is 1. Individual attention is important in the teaching learning process because children develop at different rates and learn differently. Next question. Learners display individual differences. So a teacher should, option 1, insist on uniform pace of learning. Option 2, provide a variety of learning experiences. Option 3, enforce strict discipline. Option 4, increase number of tests. Answer is, as we discussed, provide a variety of learning experiences. Next question. The determinants of individual differences in human is related to option 1, interaction with their environment. Option 2, differences in their heredity. Option 3, differences in both heredity and environment. Option 4, interaction between heredity and environment. So the answer is 4. What kind of support can a school provide to address individual differences in students? Option 1, follow same level of curriculum for all students. Option 2, follow a child-centered curriculum for all multiple learning opportunities to students. Option 3, apply every possible measure to remove the individual differences in students. Option 4, refer slow learners to special schools. Here the answer is follow a child-centered curriculum for all multiple learning opportunities to students. Next question. The individual differences of students in a classroom are option 1, disadvantages as teachers need to control a diverse classroom. Option 2, determinantal as they lead to student-student conflicts. Option 3, inexpedient as they reduce the speed of the curriculum transaction to the levels of the slowest student. Option 4, advantages as they lead teacher to explore a wider pool of cognitive structures. Here the answer is 4. To cater to individual differences in his classroom, a teacher should, option 1, segregate and label children based on their marks. Option 2, engage in a dialogue with students and value their perspectives. Option 3, impose strict rules upon his students. Option 4, have uniform and standard ways of teaching and assessment. So the answer is 2, engage in dialogue with students and value their perspectives. To meet the individual differences of learners, which of the following step is not required? Option 1, individual's abilities assesses accurately. Option 2, individualization of instruction. Option 3, identification of socio-economic status. Option 4, identification of special talents. Answer is 2, individualization of instruction. Next question. The first scientific book on individual differences is option 1 Inquiry into Human Faculty and its Development, option 2 Emily, option 3 Mental Test and Measurement, option 4 My Experiments with Truth. So as we discussed, Sir Francis Galton published a book, An Inquiry into Human Faculty and its Development. It is the first publication on individual differences.